Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I will never be lectured about virtue, about honesty and integrity from any Hollywood hack. I mean, isn't it so funny the way all of these Hollywood Los Angeles clowns are always standing atop their ivory tower looking down at us, telling us why we're backwards and deranged and abnormal. These Hollywood clowns who literally exist in the most degenerate pit of despair known to mankind, trying to lecture us about virtue. Give me a break, please. Oh, Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that. Meanwhile, they're all sucking up to Harvey Weinstein and the rest of these despicable characters. And isn't it funny how those who virtue signal the most, those who put on this facade and this image of being such wonderful, kind people, always end up being exposed as the biggest hacks and being absolutely terrible people behind closed doors, behind the scenes. Well, once again, we have a perfect example of that. It started off with Ellen DeGeneres, then it was Chrissy Teigen, and this time it's James Corden, who's getting exposed at yet again another Hollywood jerk. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. It's possible that this is also a continuation of the Trump curse. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, take a look at this. Trump-hating comedian James Corden temporarily banned at New York City restaurant for his, quote, rude and abusive behavior. First of all, the idea that James Corden is a comedian is comical within itself. The guy's not funny, he's just flamboyant and playing a character. He's completely void of any intellect, any depth, any wit whatsoever. But anyways, it's another topic entirely. Let's try to stick on what's going on here. British comedian and Trump hater James Corden was banned from a famous restaurant in New York City on Monday for his rude and abusive behavior with staff. James Corden, who hosts the Late Late Show on CBS, was temporarily banned from entering New York's Balthazar restaurant in Soho, Manhattan, after the owner said that he was abusive to his staff over an order mistake. The restaurant owner, Keith McNally, New York City, posting to his Instagram, James Corden is a hugely gifted comedian. But a tiny cretin of a man, and the most abusive customer to my Balthazar servers since the restaurant opened 25 years ago. I don't often 86 a customer, but today I 86 Corden. It did not make me laugh. Here are two examples of the funny man's treatment of my staff. Manager's report number 1. In June, James Corden was here on table 61. Although this is diabolical, it happens very occasionally in all restaurants. After eating his main course, Corden showed the hair to Balthazar manager G, who was extremely apologetic. Corden was extremely nasty to G and said, "Get us another round of drinks this second, and also take care of all of our drinks so far. This way I write any nasty reviews in Yelp or anything like that." James Corden finds a hair in his drink, starts becoming incredibly rude and demeaning, and says, "Give us free drinks moving forward and don't charge us for any of our previous drinks." And he says, "Do it or else I'll leave a bad Yelp review." Wow, what a nice, virtuous guy. This is the friendly face in Hollywood who's been ragging on Donald Trump and Trump supporters being such terrible people for the past 6 years straight. I mean, I understand the sentiment, but there's a way to go about something. I've been in restaurants in similar situations where they overcook my steak or there's something wrong with my meal. And I've even suggested in the past, usually I do it in a joking manner, something like, it's okay, so I guess the next round is free or something like that. And in many cases, restaurant owners will replace your meal free of charge. They'll give you some drinks. They'll have the proper response. Customer comes first. There's a way to do it without being arrogant, without being forceful, straight up blackmailing or threatening the restaurant owner with a bad Yelp review. But clearly James Corden doesn't understand this. He's an entitled Hollywood brat who thinks the world revolves around him, who thinks he's so much more important than everybody else. A telltale sign of just a bad person. But let's continue on here. Manager report number 2, James Corden was at the Balthazar with his wife on October 9th for brunch. His wife, okay? He asked for a table outside. Brunch maitre d', Allie Walters, took the party to table 301. Mr. Corden's wife ordered an egg yolk omelet with Gruyere cheese and a salad. A few minutes after they received the food, James called their server, MK, and told her that there was a little bit of egg white mixed with the egg yolk. MK informed the floor manager, G, the kitchen remade the dish, but unfortunately sent it with home fries instead of a salad. That's when James Corden began yelling like crazy to the server, "You can't do your job, you can't do your job, maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelet myself." MK was very apologetic and brought G over to the the table. He returned the dish, and after that, everything was fine. He gave them promo champagne glasses to smooth things out. G said that Corden was pleasant to him, but nasty to the server. MK was very shaken, but the professional that she is continued to finish her shift. And while of course you might be thinking that this is just some petty stuff, which clearly it is, it gives us a glimpse into who these Hollywood clowns really are. You know, these Robert De Niro type people, going after Donald Trump as being such a villain, such a bad guy. But then these stories are released over and over and over again. Who the hell are you to lecture us about virtue? And it's funny because they're always attacking Donald Trump as being an angry, mean billionaire. But when you do the comparison, I mean, Donald Trump is more famous than these people. He's richer, he's more successful. And across the board, Donald Trump's interactions with working class people, with servers, with people in general, everyone always says the same thing, that he's nothing but nice, he's friendly, he's funny, and he tips well. Then you see these Hollywood hacks, who frankly aren't 1/10 of what Donald Trump is, and they have these inflated, terrible egos. They're arrogant, they're pompous, and they treat working class people like crap. And they have the audacity to lecture you about who you should vote for, and to make claims that you're a bad person for supporting a specific person. Of course, we know exactly what's going on with these Hollywood weirdos. They use sensitive emotional culture issues, they use politics as a manipulative tool to gain favor. It's nothing but clout chasing. I mean, for Pete's sakes, not exactly surprising considering clout is really the strongest currency of Los Angeles. It basically is the currency in LA. They don't use USD, they use clout. It's a bunch of clout chasing demons. And it's why it's so incredibly hypocritical and ironic, the way they think that they're in a position to virtue signal and lecture us about anything. I don't ever want to hear it. Never. I mean, the constant hypocrisy coming out of Hollywood just reaches unbelievable levels. Years and years of hashtag #MeToo coming from all the same people who were buddy-buddy with Harvey Weinstein for decades. Decades. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, we didn't know. It was an open secret. Everybody knew. They all knew. They just didn't care until they could farm social clout from the hashtag #MeToo movement. Then they're fully willing to throw the guy under a bus and try to make the whole thing about them. And funnily enough, this is being reported this week. Newsom's wife emailed Harvey Weinstein asking for help in handling the Democrat governor's cheating fiasco. The Hollywood elite, the celebrity class, and the Democrat politicians, they're all part of the same crew. They're all part of that liberal elitist crew. They wear virtue and compassion as a damn costume, but when it really comes down to it, everything they accuse others of always ends up being more true about themselves than anyone else. It's nothing but pure projection, manipulation, nothing but playing little political games. But just to wrap this up, the Trump curse continues. Its latest victim is James Corden. Hopefully this guy falls out of favor. He's as fake gets. And man, if this guy's gone by the end of the year, then 2022 really is going to be the year of cleaning house of all of these fake, woke media losers. That's what I got for you guys though. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel if you guys are up for it. I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.